But whenever we felt a fragrant breeze, it was a sign that the Father Great King had arrived. Then we had to burn hurriedly lots of incense, and all of us, young and old, had to bow toward the wind. He knows everything there is to know of our families here. He can remember even the birth dates and hours of young and old. He will not consider it a treat unless he can devour children who are truly ours. Don't speak of 200 or 300 ounces of silver. Even if we were to spend several thousand ounces, we had nowhere to purchase a boy or a girl of exactly the same appearance and age. So, that's how it is," said Pilgrim. All right. Bring out your son and let me take a look at him." Qinsheng went inside at once and carried his son Guanbao out to the front hall, placing him before the lamps. The child, of course, was wholly unaware of the disaster that was about to descend on him. With 2 sleeves stuffed with preserved fruits and candies, he danced about as he munched on the goodies. On seeing him, Pilgrim recited a spell silently and shook his body. At once he changed into a boy with the exact appearance of that child Guanbao. Now there were 2 boys holding hands and dancing before the lamps. The old man was so startled that he fell on his knees, causing the Tang monk to cry out, "Venerable Father, this is blasphemy. Blasphemy," the old man said. "But this Venerable Father was just speaking to us. How did he manage to take on the appearance of my child all at once? Look, you give them a call, and both of them answer together. We are the ones who are not worthy. Please show your true form. Please show your true form." With a wipe of his own face, Pilgrim changed back into his true form. Remaining on his knees, the old man said, "So the Venerable Father has this kind of ability. Did I look like your son?" asked Pilgrim, laughing. Very much, said the old man. "You had exactly the same features, the same voice, the same clothes, and the same height. You haven't even examined me closely," said Pilgrim. "Bring out the scale and see if I'm of the same weight as his." Yes, said the old man. "I could tell that you were exactly of the same weight." "You think I could serve as the sacrifice?" asked Pilgrim. "It's marvelous. Just marvelous," said the old man. "Of course, you could serve as the sacrifice," Pilgrim said. "I'll exchange my life for your boys so that your family's posterity will be preserved. I'll present myself as a sacrifice to that great king." Kowtowing as he knelt on the ground, Qinsheng said, "If in your compassion you are willing to present yourself as a substitute, I shall present Father Tang with 1,000 ounces of white silver as his travel expenses to the Western Heaven." "And you are not going to thank Old Monkey," said Pilgrim. "If you are a sacrificial substitute," said the old man, "you will be finished." "What do you mean finished?" said Pilgrim. "The great king will devour you," said the old man, and Pilgrim said, "Does he dare? If he doesn't eat you," said the old man, "it will only be because you are too smelly for his taste." "May heaven's will be done," said Pilgrim, chuckling. "If he eats me, it'll mean that I am to die young. If he does not, it's my luck. Anyway, I shall be your sacrificial substitute." Qinsheng not only kowtowed to thank him, but also promised to give the monks an additional 500 ounces of silver. Qinsheng, however, neither kowtowed nor gave thanks. Leaning on one of the screens, he wept profusely. Understanding his plight, Pilgrim went up to tug at him and said, "Number 1, you are not promising me anything, nor are you thanking me. I suppose you must feel terrible about parting with your daughter." Going to his knees at once, Qinsheng said, "No, I can't part with her. I am indebted to you, Venerable Father, for your kindness, and it should be enough that you have saved our nephew. But this old moron has no other children except his daughter. If I should die, she would weep bitterly, too. How could I ever part with her? Then go quickly and steam 5 more barrels of rice," said Pilgrim. "Prepare some fine vegetarian dishes also, and let that long snout master of ours enjoy himself. Then we can ask him to change into the form of your daughter, and we two brothers will be your sacrificial substitutes. By saving the lives of your daughter and son, we shall accrue to ourselves secret merit. How about that?" Horrified by what he heard, 8 Rules said, "Elder brother, you can show off your energy as you please. But don't drag me into this venture without any regard for my life." "Worthy brother," said Pilgrim, "the proverb says even chickens can eat only food they work for. The moment we entered their house, they feted us with a huge banquet, while you were complaining that you were only half filled. How could you be unwilling to assist them in their difficulties?" "Oh, elder brother," said 8 Rules, "I don't know anything about transformation." "What do you mean?" said Pilgrim. "You know 36 modes of transformation." "Wunung?" cried Tripitaka. "What your elder brother has just said is certainly right, and what he has proposed is most appropriate. The proverb says the saving of one life is better than the construction of a 7-tiered pagoda. In the first place, we should repay their great kindness to us. In the second, we should make merit whenever possible by the performance of good works. Since there is no other thing you must attend to in this cool night, you and your brother can go and have some fun. Look at the way Master talks," said 8 Rules. "I may know how to change into a mountain, a tree, a rock, a scabby elephant, a water buffalo, or a stout fellow. But it'll be rather difficult for me to change into a small young girl." "Don't believe him, number 1," said Pilgrim. "Bring out your precious daughter." Chen Cheng dashed inside and brought out his child, 1 load of gold. At the same time, his whole family, including his wife and his concubine, young and old, all came out to the front hall to kneel before the monks and kowtow, begging them to save the girl's life. The girl was wearing on her head a patterned emerald fillet with dangling pearl and precious stone pendants. She had on a coat of red silk shot with yellow, covered by a cape of mandarin green satin, with chessboard patterned collar. Around her waist was tied a silk skirt with bright red flowers. She also had on a pair of gold-kneed trousers and a pair of light pink toad's head patterned shoes made of hemp thread. And she, too, was munching on some fruits. 8 Rules, said Pilgrim. "That's the girl. Change into her form quickly, so that we can be sacrificed." "Oh brother," said 8 Rules. "She's so delicate and lovely. How could I do it?" "Quick," said Pilgrim. "Don't ask for a beating." Alarmed, 8 Rules said, "Elder brother, don't beat me. Let me try and see what happens." This idiot recited a spell and shook his head several times, crying, "Change." Indeed, his head took on the features of the little girl, but his belly remained as big as ever, so that his hulking frame bore hardly any resemblance to the girl's. "Change some more," cried Pilgrim, laughing. "You can beat me all you want," said 8 Rules. "But I can't change any more. What am I to do?" "You can't take on the head of a girl," said Pilgrim, "and the body of a priest. You would be neither boy nor girl, and that wouldn't be good, would it? Why don't you assume the star posture and see what I can do for you?" He blew a mouthful of magic breath onto 8 Rules, whose body at once took on the form of the little girl. Then Pilgrim said to the 2 old men, "Please take your relatives, your son, and your daughter inside so that we will not be confused with them. I fear that after a while, my brother may become slothful and sneak inside, and it will be difficult for you to tell them apart. Give your children plenty of nice fruits and candies and make certain that they don't cry. I don't want that great king to get wind of our plans. We too will have some fun and be off. Dear great sage." He gave instructions for Sha Monk to stand guard over the Tang monk, while he and 8 Rules assumed the exact forms of Qin Guan Bao and 1 load of gold. After the 2 of them made all the preparations, Pilgrim asked, "How are we to be presented, trussed up, or just bound? Steamed or chopped to pieces?" "Elder brother," said 8 Rules, "don't pull any more tricks on me. I don't have that kind of ability." "No, no," said one of the old men. All we need are 2 red lacquered trays, on which we will ask both of you to sit. The trays will be placed on top of 2 tables, which will then be carried to the temple by some of our houseboys." "Fine. Fine," said Pilgrim. "Bring out the trays and let us try them." The old man took out the lacquered trays. Pilgrim and 8 rules sat in them, after which 4 houseboys lifted up 2 tables and walked into the courtyard. Delighted, Pilgrim said, "8 rules, a couple of turns like this and we shall be priests who have ascended the tray platform. If they carry us inside," said 8 rules, "and carry us out again, I won't be afraid even if they go back and forth until tomorrow morning. But once they take us into the temple, we'll be devoured, and that's no game. Just watch me," said Pilgrim. "When he seizes me and tries to eat me, you can flee." "But how would I know whom he will eat first?" asked 8 rules. "If he eats the virgin boy first, I can flee, of course. But if he wants to eat the virgin girl first, what am I to do?" "During one of the sacrifices some years ago," said the old man, "a few people courageous enough hid themselves behind the temple or beneath the offering tables. They saw that he ate the boy first before he devoured the girl." 8 rules said, "That's my luck. That's my luck." As the brothers were talking, a loud din of gongs and drums could be heard outside the house, now lit up also by the light of many torches and lamps. The people of the same village came to pound at the front gate, crying, "Bring out the virgin boy and the virgin girl." As the old men wept and wailed, the 4 houseboys lifted the tables and carried the 2 of them away. We truly do not know what happened to their lives. Let's listen to the explanation in the next chapter.